I'm getting the link.
And then I'll click on the link and
mute your YouTube. Yep. Okay, YouTube. Got it.
Okay. I think I'm in.
There's 2 of us watching, which is good, but now we need to know if we can see our screen.
I can see it.
Awesome. 4 of you guys. We are always figuring out how the internet works. So the good thing is I can see that people are definitely jumping on, which is super fun, guys. Glad you're here. The challenging thing is right now my screen is not showing my face. So I really hope that there is no spaghetti and meatballs in my teeth right now. It would be weirder if I didn't eat spaghetti and meatballs for dinner, but I did. Aha, found it, guys. There you are. All right, Lori. Drew, you're on. That's awesome. Keri, did you get it to work good with the sound?
I got it. Can you hear me?
Okay, I think we're rocking and rolling, guys. Okay, I really wish there was a better way to jump onto a live and not look like a total nerd when you're like, is it working? Did it work? Is it working? I don't know. So thank you guys for always being patient with that at the beginning. It's always super fun. I am pumped to be here, and I'm pumped to be here with my very favorite person on the planet. Very favorite non-Brotherton person on the planet. So if you see this gorgeous girl with the red lips, this is my bestie. This is Keri Vosick, and we're going to bring you a pretty killer event tonight. I think you're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to laugh a lot, and if you don't like laughing, you should probably turn this off. It's not for yeah, you should leave now. And if you do like to laugh, then you're in the perfect place. You're going to get really good information, and you're going to hear from 2 people who would rather what, Keri?
I would rather DIE than DIY any day.
That's so true. So in honor of that, before we kick anything off, you guys also show up for prizes. So here are 2 of my favorite doTERRA non-DIY things that you could totally DIY yourself. The first is doTERRA's Terra Shield, guys. This is my favorite. Gosh, I got a shadow. It's not gonna fix. Anyways, this says Terra Shield. There it is. And this is our natural bug repellent. So this is something that we're going to tell you all about in a hot minute. But you can either make your own bug repellent, use the junky stuff that you can buy at the store, or you can buy doTERRA's that's in a little bottle like this. You can even get it in a spray bottle. So this is even like a DIY myself. I have to put a spray top on this, guys. Terra Shield, and let's just get up close and personal. Balanced deodorant. It just is. Can we all just have a lift for a minute? Everybody.
I totally realized today I deodorized one armpit and not the other.
Was it quite apparent?
I was like, what's who stinks? I'm the only, and I kept smelling this pit. Well, that was the one I put deodorant on.
You're smelling the good one.
Oh, embarrassing. Hi, YouTube. I'm Keri.
You guys caught this a couple weeks ago. I talked about my DIY deodorant and that I would use milk of magnesia. We'll give you a whole recipe a little bit later. And then I got this, and it actually worked, and it didn't cause my armpits to have like ridiculous 3rd-degree burns on it. So instead, we're going to give you these 2 away for free. Bo is going to be dropping some comments right there in the comment section. He's going to give you a link to giveaway. It's just, I think it's bettertogetherlife.com/giveaway. Share your information with us. If you'd rather us not contact you, just let us know. But if you want to get connected with us, this is how we're going to do it. Make sure that we get your information, because it's not your job to contact us. It's our job. So we want to make sure you get connected and never fall through the cracks. That's one of our favorite things here at Better Together Life. It's better together because you're here. So we want to make sure you are valued and heard. Tonight we are kicking off my favorite thing. If you are here for your first time, give us a little like, hey ya, in the comments. If you are returning now for, this is the fourth Monday night, guys. These things are flying past. If you are here for your fourth Monday night, or even the second, let us know in the comments. Tell us who you are. Like, sometimes your name on your YouTube is different than your real name. And so when we call you by like your YouTube name, you're like, who is that? Oh wait, that's me. So tell us your real name right there if you're open for it. And then tell us what you really want to know about tonight. And we're going to hit up those questions all throughout the evening. So I have to introduce my beautiful co-host. This is Keri Vosick, and we met through the wonderful world of oils. A friend of ours introduced us at an oils event that she was hosting, and I was teaching. And Keri is so good at being a friend. Like, she just knew that we were going to be best friends. And it actually turned around that we'd been connected beforehand. But when we became friends through oils, it was like the best thing. I had been praying for friends, and so had Keri. And the Lord just brought us together through essential oils. And it has been kismet ever since. So for the last 4 years, Keri? Is it 5?
5.5.
The last 5.5 years, we have gotten to do life together. Our children have grown up together. And one of my favorite things about Keri is the way that she draws people in. She is not afraid of snakes. Personally, just today, she told me how much she loves lizards. She hosts an event regularly in our old area in Katy, Texas, called Mornings in the Mud. And it is purely for the only reason of bringing your children to her house, where she will let them get muddy in her backyard that you didn't have to make a mess at your house in. And moms get to connect. So her heart and her desire is for people to be in relationships, because she knows it's better together. She's part of the reason that we even have that name, because we experience how much better it is together to do life with Keri Vosick and her whole family. So tonight, she is bringing a brilliantly named event called I Would Rather DIE than DIY. And you are all highly privileged to get to hear from this woman. Who she is and what she brings to the table is so uniquely her. And I'm thrilled to bring my bestie, Keri, to all of you YouTube.
I don't know how to follow that, Kel. Thank you.
I'm just that good.
Goodness gracious. Man, that's tough to follow. I'm so excited to be here. I love, like, I don't know that I've ever been on, I have been on YouTube with you building a couch, but never in this capacity. So this is fun. I love coming to talk about oils. And I'm so glad to be here with you, and like all these people who watch you and love you. And I just have to tell you all, like, the people that you watch on Better Together Life videos, like, that's Kelly and Bo. I think that's what I always tell people is, like, sometimes you wonder if the people you're watching are really like that in real life. Y'all, they're really like that in real life. Like, it's just
all of it.
That's how it happened. And so I think you guys are just so, all of us are so privileged to get to have glimpses into your life, Kelly and Bo, because you guys are you're my favorite people. It's wonderful. So thank you so much. Thank you for introducing me into essential oils that have totally changed my life. I don't know what I would be doing right now without them. So or without you. So it's very fun. I have 3 children who are not asleep. So if you hear screaming in the background, we're currently pouring oils over the top of them in hopes that will change quickly.
Come on. We're just anointing
them. Please don't. Yes.
Oh, I'm anointing you with the holy oil of sleep. Let summer fall to your eyes in Jesus' name.
I know, for real. I even bribed them with trips to the dollar store. I mean, if that doesn't work, I don't know what will.
Yeah. For real. I know all of them are upstairs because Monday nights means movie nights for them. So one of them's sleeping in her bed and the big three are upstairs.
That's amazing. All right. Well, shall we get started? Let's start with, let's talk about the bug spray, shall we?
Yes.
So I'm going to be real honest. Oh, let's talk about the title for a second.
That's what I was going to, yeah.
I'd rather DIE than DIY. That's dramatic. Like, it's dramatic.
But it's true.
It's not, but I don't like to DIY. My mom.
Tell us why.
I don't have time, first of all. I mean, I could make time, right? You can make time for anything that you prioritize in your life. I don't enjoy this, so it does not get priority. And there are very easy ways you can do all of these things without bending over backwards to make it happen and going through a laundry list of all these ingredients that you have never heard of before. And you are quite certain they are natural, but you don't know how they are natural.
Do you not have jojoba oil in your pantry?
Right. No.
What kind of crunchy granola homeschooling mother are you?
I don't even know. Well, and that's the thing, is that when you're in oils, people think you are some crunchy granola, do all the things. And then they hear, then they hear that I have sewed my daughter a quilt, and they think I like make clothes and like,
girl, I'm like, you're steps away from Little House on the Prairie.
I don't even know what to do, you guys. Like, this is not me. So I have figured out just some easy things to do because I don't want the toxins in my home. Mm-hmm. We all know that they're all over the place. Oh my goodness. We're in the Houston area. We just had a toxic plume going over the top of us over the last week. We can't escape these things, which is why we want to reduce them where we can and where we can make it a simple thing in our lives. Take control of the things you can take control of, right? And then don't stress about the things you can't take control over. So that's kind of my thought with it is I want to reduce toxins, but quite frankly, that is just, it's not me to do all these things. And I am the daughter of like queen of the DIY, Earth Mother. Like that is
oiling before it was cool.
Yes, like we took probiotics before anybody knew what probiotics were. All the raw garlic, all the kale, all the greens, all the things growing up before it was trendy, right? So she'll do this and she'll be like, oh, it's so easy. You just put this and this and that. And I'm watching her put together this dishwasher soap. I'm like, I don't really understand what part of you thinks that this is easy. This is not easy. But I was like determined to do it, right? Like because it saves money and I'm very, very frugal. And so that, like, if you tell me it's going to be cheaper, that gets me. Well, I bought the silicone thing for my dishwasher pods about 6 months ago.
The mold,
yeah. They're like, because they end up being like little pods that you put in, kind of like, they're very cool. It's amazing that she's done it. Like they end up in little discs.
And then they're round and they're like discs and you put them in.
And you just put them in like you would like a normal dishwasher pod. They're amazing. That's all I've gotten so far. So that was 6 months ago. So the things you're going to hear from me tonight are going to be super simple. I don't do complicated when it comes to DIY. And I hear a lot of people when they get into oils, like that's almost a hesitation, that they're not like that. Like you just don't have to be. Yeah. You just don't have to be a certain way to do this. We can do this easy. So why
tonight we can talk about like safety, like how to use oils safely when you're just going to take them out of the bottle, right? And put them on your skin. That's like a sort of a DIY action. We're going to talk about the simple products that you've made. Keri has an event like every month with our friend Stephanie. They aren't even on the same team. They're on our team. Both of them are, but they're cross-line friends. And they put on this incredible event that they actually have to cap the number of people who come. So if you guys are already doing a doTERRA business, I know we get a really wide range of people who come to this. If you're already doing a doTERRA business and you want to know how to put on something awesome and create incredible community, Keri's the person to listen to, because all she does is come from the place of things she loves, like doesn't love a DIY, but puts on simple enough ways for people to use their oils every day in products, like when they're putting it on their skin. She makes some amazing things she's going to talk about with her son's skin issues that he had going on, the ways that they use cleaners, and the ways that she makes it really, really fun. So before we kick off, let's say hi to some of the people who are on here. I see Kara's on here.
Yay!
If you want to scroll, you can say hi to people too. Just go to your window with the YouTube on it, and then scroll down below it. I know you muted it earlier. If you guys don't know, that's so that we don't have like a double feedback. So Mike Honda is here, first timer. Mike, way to go being on here.
Jen. I think she's doing her own thing.
Jane Honda. There you are.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bo's confusing me, and this is what happens when we try and like turn on.
And
things.
I'm wearing the headphones.
Here. He is, guys. It's so cool. Drew Boddard's on here. The Boddards joined our team a couple weeks ago, and we're super pumped. Hey, Ash. And Stephanie Reed's on here. Hey, Stephanie. We Tree Bonsai. I love it. He or she. I'm gonna guess she because it's oils, but maybe I'm wrong. Thumbs up, guys. Did you hit the thumbs up? The like? And Kat Stommer's here, Kara.
Yay! Hi, Kat.
Kat and Kara. Casey and I just talked today. Glad you're here, Casey. Nurse extraordinaire, and Eric Rosendahl, who's going to meet up with Bo tomorrow. Wednesday, 2 days from now. I barely remember the days of the week, guys. Debbie, so glad you're here. So, guys, we want to know what's most important to you guys to learn about tonight. You want to know a DIY for whatever. Like, you've got this thing, you're like, can I make this better than I can buy this? You want to know what you can replace with less toxic ingredients. You know, we talked about some of that a few weeks ago when we talked about our our products that we replaced with doTERRA products that were non-toxic, right? And make sure that you click on the link that Bo's gonna give so that you can win 2 very easy. I would rather DIE than DIY this deodorant or this bug spray, guys.
True.
Okay, Keri, kick it off. Share your wealth of wisdom with us for the person who loves to DIY and likes the simple things, and the person who hates to DIY but knows it's better than the conventional things she can get at the grocery store.
Cool. Let's do it. So honestly, that Terra Shield that Kelly just mentioned. So if we're going to start with bug spray, that's what I use for my bug spray. I either put a spray top on that stuff, or I buy the larger one. It comes in a 30 ml, like this size, with a spray already on it. That's what I use for my kids. I do not. You can find 2 columns in my life. Things I will DIY, things I will not DIY. Bug spray, I will not DIY that. I won't. I have 3 children and myself who mosquitoes love. Like, they love us. And my son, when he gets bit, it's like he turns into Hitch. Like, where he all swells up. So we're highly allergic to mosquitoes. Like, we just all swell up, and it's terrible. Terra Shield works for us. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to go outside of that. So number 1, it works. Number 2, it's easy and I don't have to make it. Number 3, it's cost effective. It goes a long way on your skin. Mm-hmm. Now, for those of you who are not like me and who might want to try something else, try making your own thing. Kelly was talking about the DIY events that we do. Kara and Kat, you guys are going to get a little sneak peek into what we're doing next month. So I'm going to show you guys what we actually do when we do DIY events. Again, just the way that I do things is it's going to be easy. So we buy these awesome kits, and I can tell you guys where to find them. But they give us a recipe sheet for all these amazing oil blends. Next month, we are doing the outdoors. So these are going to be our labels, and our repellent blend that we're going to be doing is called Tick Me Off, which quite frankly is the reason we bought this kit.
It's adorable.
The bite and sting relief is called Bite Me. Come on. I had to buy this. So I don't know how good this is going to work, but the labels are adorable. So
but here's what I love. You didn't even DIY your labels. Like, you're doing a DIY product and you're like, hey, this is cute. I know I'll use it if it's fun. So I'm going to bring fun to my friends. And here's how it goes with these great labels.
Because marketing is for real.
It is for real. And here's the thing, guys. We're not trying to sell you, honestly, anything tonight. We'll give you a chance to purchase oils at the end if you don't have any already. But if you're using doTERRA, if you're using another company, just know that what we are offering you is better, safer, faster, more effective healthcare through doTERRA. When you are able to put less toxins on your body does what it's meant to do. It's meant to restore. It's meant to function optimally. And Tick Me Off is amazing, and Bite Me could just make me fall over.
So good. So that one, Tick Me Off is just going to be made in, we'll make it in a little spray bottle, just like this. We're going to put in cedarwood, eucalyptus, geranium, lemongrass, peppermint, some witch hazel, and some water.
Okay.
Shake it up.
See them again.
Cedarwood, eucalyptus, geranium, lemongrass, peppermint, some witch hazel, and water.
Awesome.
And put this super cute label on it. Shake it up, and you have a great little DIY bug spray. So this sheet has told me.
Awesome.
But again, I have not used this. This is not one that I will make for myself. I'm going to keep using TerraShield because it works for my people.
Okay, tell us the 2 ways that you like TerraShield at your house, because I know you can get it 2 ways from doTERRA.
So you can get it in the 15 ml bottle like this, or you can get it in a spray bottle like this. I like it like this.
I do too.
Because it's easier.
Okay, here's my second little DIY. Can I add in what I would do? Okay, I don't have the bottle top with me, but I can take, well, actually, this is before we even had the spray bottles, because those are pretty recent from doTERRA. Oh, you can buy spray bottles also, I think, in your back office, but you can take your doTERRA bottle. Do you guys see this little orifice reducer? This pops off the top. And then you have an empty top right here. So you can order spray bottle lid tops, like just the tops of the spray bottle, that will fit right on this 15 ml of oil. And then you can spray it directly. The coolest thing about TerraShield, I saw someone, Jen Honda was asking in the comments if I have sensitive skin to oils, what can I do? I hope that whoever helped you get started with oils, they're always telling you to put a coconut oil with it. With the one that Keri mentioned, the DIY, it's got witch hazel that's going to help it evaporate quickly. But when you're putting essential oils like this directly on your skin, this one, TerraShield has coconut oil in it already. So when you spray it on, you're already getting that carrier oil with it to help it spread across the skin and to help you prevent any sensitivity over time.
And I have kids with very, very sensitive skin. I have very sensitive skin. I watch them. We've never had issues with TerraShield because it has that fractionated coconut in it already. But I do watch them. If should their skin turn red at all, I would just put some more coconut oil right over the top.
That's really good information. Yeah, definitely wanting to help people use their oils. And honestly, with a carrier oil, it makes your essential oil, especially in a bottle like this, the one that doesn't have a spray top on it, that's not just designed for that. But like this one, Elevation, is one that I use for mood. It's my DIY perfume. I don't go buy perfume anymore. I use this. And I put it with coconut oil, and then I put it behind my ears. It makes it spread out over a larger surface area, and you use a lot less essential oil. So it's more cost effective too. Good for your skin and good for your wallet.
Yep. Totally.
Super smart, Kara. I love it. And those are adorable labels.
Aren't they cute? So that's coming, if you're in the Katy area, that's coming next month. Okay, next one that we run into, talking about the sensitive skin, let's talk about skin. Our Owie spray. We call it the owie spray. Sometimes we typically call it the baby bottom spray because we had a lot of baby bottoms in our house for a while that were being sprayed. But honestly, this is our everything skin spray. Again, I'm going to start with, this is one. Okay. So your columns, things Keri won't DIY, things Keri will DIY. I will DIY this one. I'm going to show you just how easy it is. So I'm going to start with my, just gathering my oils. I use 4 oils for this. I'm going to use tea tree oil. I'm going to use lavender. I'm going to use frankincense. And I'm going to use Roman chamomile. Some people use Roman chamomile. Some people don't. I love Roman chamomile. 1, smells good. 2, super soothing to the skin. Mm-hmm. So I love to use Roman chamomile. I have in the past added helichrysum if there are any open sores. And I said, like, my son's my son's skin issues would get to the point sometimes where he would scratch them and it would open. So if we were dealing with anything like that, where he had scratched something and it was open, I would always add helichrysum because of how it supports the body in healing. But typically these are my 4 that I'm going to use. In the bottle, I'm going to put, this is a 2-ounce bottle. I'm going to put probably about 5 drops of each essential oil into the bottle. Then I'm just going to top it off with fractionated coconut. So, and I love to get these pumps. It just makes it so much easier. So I'll just top it off in here with the 5 drops of each. Give it a good shake. Do you hear my children?
I do, but not in a bad way. It makes me happy.
Oh, it's.
Okay. Doesn't it make you happy at bedtime? They're still awake.
So then I will use this. We'll use it as a baby bottom spray. So just to keep those little booties nice and fresh. On dry skin, any sort of skin issues, this is going to be a great one for always, like when we get a lot of scraped knees. We're in those ages. We're learning to ride bikes and scooters, and just running down the sidewalk always results in a skin knee. And so owie spray is going to be what we use for all things skin. So
awesome.
That's that one. Okay.
I'm going to jump in here because I think here's something cool to know about how everybody does things different. So Keri used that owie spray on her kids, skin knees, right? Focused on kids. I use almost the exact same recipe, but I did add helichrysum in it. And I use that on our rabbits, and I use that on our cat. So all of them had open wounds. One of the rabbits got in like a straight up rab battle, where like a rat battle, but a rabbit. Let's see what I did there. That's so cute. That's good. I feel like maybe they need to know my inside jokes with you a little bit better. And I sprayed that on his ear, and by that evening, it was mending. With the cat, the same kind of thing. We kind of like doTERRAized him with some frankincense. I would not recommend this for all of animals. In fact, we'll do an event in a couple weeks on animals and oils. But he was desperate, like very, very injured, and he was either going to die on his own or from the essential oils I put on him. He did not die. He repaired, and then we kept maintaining his recovery with this same spray that Keri said. The other side of that is I use the exact same spray on my kid's diaper rash. So it's like, it is the everything skin spray. You can also create, if you don't like to DIY, but you like efficiency, and you also like less toxins. Keri and I teach an event on our team. I guess it's in our team page, and it's all about oils, and we call it Oil Camp. And it is DIY recipes that are very simple to do, more of an intensive version of what we're doing tonight. And instead of the spray, we teach you how to make a salve. with beeswax and coconut oil, jojoba oil, and make it really rich, you can make a base, and then you can use it for exactly what Keri just said. You could also use it for respiratory issues. You can use it just for calming and help you fall asleep at night. So this can be a base that you add customized oils to for specific needs, but the base is just generic. So that coconut oil is so helpful. Oh, we didn't even talk about why coconut oil is awesome for the skin.
It's awesome for the skin.
Because it's awesome.
It's awesome for the skin.
Coconut, yeah, it's antibacterial, it's antifungal, and it's anti-yeast. So
And
things are perfect for my, like I'm dealing with diapers, so it's perfect for my kiddo.
yeah, right. And it's not going to, when you're using fractionated coconut oil, it's not going to do the damage on clothes. Like it's not gonna stain your clothes.
Yeah, tons of clothes.
I also like, one of the reasons I DIY that one is because it covers all those issues. You use it for everything.
Yeah.
We've used it on our pets as well.
So good.
But if you really hate, I told you I'm going to give all of you the options. If you really hate the DIYs and you hate them all, what did he bring you? Oh, so good. If you really hate the DIYs, hey, Bo. If you really, really hate the DIYs, doTERRA does this their own baby butt cream. Sorry, diaper rash cream. That sounds better than baby butt.
Same thing.
But so if you really, really hate it, you can just buy it.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Shall we move on?
Let's.
Okay. What should we do
Continue.
next?
This is so good. Keep it going.
Tell me, do you want kitchen? He just is catching a June bug in a net on my.
He's saving you.
Okay. Do you want kitchen? Do you want laundry? Do you want food?
You guys tell us, do you want kitchen? Do you want laundry? Do you want food? And this will give us a chance to take a look at some of the comments. Keri, if you have not encountered Eric Rosendal's comments, you really need to enjoy them. But can we all just give him a silent round of applause from behind our computers?
What is he saying?
He said that his wife just used helichrysum in a post-birth healing spray. Eric, that you know what was in it and that you know how she used it makes me so excited about your family. That is awesome. I absolutely used this healing spray post-birth for my babies as well. Did you, Keri?
Yes.
I may have added some Melaleuca to it too. I don't know if that's always in yours.
I think I did helichrysum and frankincense was in mine, but I took it to the birth center with me.
Yeah.
Like it was ready to go.
Right, ready to go for sure. Okay, I've got someone wondering what they can use on their chickies. Absolutely. Look into, there's a lot of information if you're wondering about oils in your pets. Like I said, we're going to have an oils and animals class coming up. You can also check out the Essential Oil Vet. Her name is Janet Rourke, and I just listened to her earlier this month in Houston. She was phenomenal, and she is on doTERRA's. She's always been using oils in her practice for I think the last 8 years, maybe she said. And she said that when she started using oils, she just told this great story about oils in a horse that she was using who had this ongoing sinus issue. And she had huge success with it, and she was totally sold. So she was already using doTERRA in her practice, and then doTERRA invited her to be part of this board, and she has amazing information, and she works with farm animals too, mostly large animals, but she might have some information on chickens for sure. We'll be really researched up too. I'm going to talk with a couple of my friends, Amy and Ann, who are on I think they call it Team Farm Girl Oils. So we'll
that's super cute.
Isn't it adorable? Yeah. Okay, so we've got a couple more questions, Keri. So some people are saying they're going to add it to the list. The botters are like, yes, we have to add this to our list.
Helichrysum?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, so good.
Okay, Tim was saying, yes, using oils on the rabbits. Absolutely. Those are the ones that we used it for. Okay.
How about our chickens?
Oh yeah, guys, we just got, we're going to be able to use oils on our chickens very soon. We're picking up eggs, Keri. It's the day after I watch your kids, but we're picking up eggs to put in our incubator from a hatchery locally. So she does everything very small scale, and she's just going to give us some eggs. Well, we're going to buy them on Thursday, guys, because we bought our incubator yesterday. We're so excited. Yes, to chicken.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Let's
Does anybody have a vote? Or shall I just go?
Actually, all the it looks like laundry's the winning vote here.
Okay, let's talk laundry.
Start with laundry, sister.
Okay. All right. So let's talk laundry detergent. Put that in the column of I don't DIY. I buy this.
So if you're in the comments and you have a great recipe for DIY, you just share it in this little community we got going here. And I do see Chippy just came in, so I'm a little distracted. He's not much of a courtier. Okay, so there's 27 of us watching, 19 thumbs up, but 0 thumbs down, guys. So if you like this, thumbs up. If you don't
thumbs down. That's rude.
Yeah. Come on now. Now we're gonna get thumbs down from the people who are like, damn the man, save the empire. Yeah. Okay. So tell us more about what you've got, Keri.
Okay, so laundry detergent is just not one of those things that I'm gonna mess with stuff on.
It's a science.
I like the On Guard laundry detergent. It goes a long way. It makes your clothes smell great, and it's easy. If I have like some mildew in a load because I forgot it in the dryer, I will do.
That never happens to mom.
Never. I will do this. I actually did it today. I will do On Guard detergent, and I will add some drops of Purify, which is just a great purifying blend that doTERRA has. So I will add some Purify to the actual detergent.
Yeah.
And go from there. But now we'll go on to the thing that I do DIY.
Do you DIY?
I do.
Tell me.
My balls. I just got a look from my husband. I had to say it. Okay, so Kelly a couple weeks ago had mentioned the ball party. I was the one who threw the ball party.
Because who else would throw a ball party?
And because, come on, how much fun? Why not? So I will show you. We just sat around with our yarn and wrapped and drank wine and made ball jokes.
And it was for like probably 2 hours, and we were a bunch of old women, like just chatting it up.
Yep.
It was
excellent.
fun.
So here's how you make dryer balls. You can get, you're going to use a 100% wool yarn. I typically get a Lion brand wool yarn, but any 100% wool yarn is going to work for you. You can start with, you can take like an old wool sweater, wool, like if you have 100% wool felt, it just has to be real felt, not the junk stuff you get at Hobby Lobby, but real wool felt. So if you have a fabric that is actually wool, you can use that for your center. I have also heard you can use like a rubber ball if you want to. I've never tried that.
Yeah.
But I have used a sweater, and you can bunch it up and start wrapping your yarn around it, or you can just do yarn all the way through. And then you're just going to wrap it and just keep wrapping it until you're making a ball. Once you get to the end, you're going to tie it off, like tie it to another string, take a crochet hook or a skewer even, and like stick the end of your yarn into the ball, right? Like
to tuck it in.
Yeah, it needs to be in there pretty well. Otherwise it's going to come out. Then you're going to drop your ball into
a sack.
Pantyhose. So get some cheap pantyhose. Kelly. Some people. Into your pantyhose. drop it in, tie it up so it's nice and tight. And I typically do multiples. So like I'll put one, tie it, put the next one, tie it, put the next one, tie it, and it looks very inappropriate. And it's very funny. Drink some wine while you're doing it, and it's even better. It's so good. And then you're gonna wash it, dry it, wash it, dry it. Just keep going back and forth until it's solid. So if you see this, like
what happens to it?
It's
like it's soaking, right?
Mm-hmm. It just felts it. So once your balls have been felt,
once your balls are solid.
So you're gonna know it's done because your strings aren't gonna move. Like it still looks like a yarn ball, but it's all felted together, so it's solid.
Well, and you used a really pretty one there. Mine are just made out of like plain, like off-white fabric.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually look almost identical now that I've been using the ones that we DIY'd for months.
Mm-hmm.
They look a lot like the ones that I bought on Amazon before I ever knew how to DIY them.
Yeah. One of the reasons I like DIYing these is that these, a lot of times when you buy dryer balls, it's just felted wool. So they'll pop apart.
It's like it's not sound. It's not structure.
Right.
Structure? It's not sound structure of my
sure
felted ball.
So I like these because they just don't do that. And if they like, once in a while I've had like, I haven't stuck that string in well enough and it'll come out. So I just have to redo that. And that also tells me I didn't felt it long enough. So I'll put it back in the pantyhose and do it again. So it's just easy to, it's easy to do. They last longer.
Forever.
I like it. They last forever.
Yeah, okay, but tell us why we should be using dryer balls instead of dryer sheets.
Because the junk that's on dryer sheets is terrible for you.
It's literally known carcinogens.
Yes. And anytime we're breathing these things in, they're going into our bodies. They cause inflammation. We're talking free radicals in our system. There are just so many things. So many things that it causes. And I'm telling you, when you put oils on your balls, it's going to smell way better than dryer sheets ever will or ever have.
It's true. And I think here's the thing is I was talking to someone today about exchanging normal habits for something a little bit different, but then they become your normal habits. I haven't purchased dryer sheets since 2012. That's how long it's been since I've purchased a dryer sheet. Not only that, so like those frugal ones, like Keri said, this is already done. You're not buying more dryer sheets every month at the grocery store. So regardless of that, you're also not trading something perfumey for something that like is really like hurting you. If we are using it, you're not going to get cancer just because you use dryer sheets, guys. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the daily overload that you can't avoid. Like Keri mentioned, in Houston, we had a chemical plant explosion and the fire sent a toxic fume over the city. This is years after we had toxic mold in the air in Houston because of the hurricane. We had our pumpkins out in October. The hurricane happened in September. All of us put our pumpkins out in October, and within a week,
so
they were
gross,
molded and like collapsed in. And that's because of the mold in the air. There are things unseen that affect your health that you cannot avoid. So when you know better, we talk about this all the time. When you know better, you do better, but not if you don't have the tools and not if you don't know what that looks like in your life. So this is one, if I beg you, whether you order oils or not from us, make your own balls. Say it with me. Okay. Make your own balls.
Okay. Now,
let's move on.
But not really. We're gonna linger here for a minute. Citrus Bliss and Elevation.
I know.
You can try that. Kelly will give you my address so that you can write me thank you notes and
lovingly glowing notes.
Flowers for telling you this, because it is amazing. Like I make my husband sniff the laundry when I've used Citrus Bliss and Elevation.
Be proud of me. Love me. I do good
so
work.
Good. It smells so good. Now, here's another little tip. You're going to use your skein of yarn and you're going to get down to the end and you're going to be like, what do I do with this? You want to know what you do with this? You tie it off. You tuck the end inside and do the exact same thing. Felt it. And then you put your oils on the ball and you toss it in your shoes. And you have stinky feet balls.
What?
I know.
My mind
So
is
good,
blown.
right?
I did not know you were going to say that. I did not.
I know. I surprised you with that one. I know. That's a good one.
So smart.
Mm-hmm.
I have so many stinky feet at my house.
So many. And like the smells that you're like, what is that? And you find out it's your kid's shoes. Like that doesn't smell like stinky feet. I don't know what
that
rancid stuff is happening there, but
that?
But yeah, stinky feet balls. So
that's so good.
There you go.
Can I stop for some questions now that we've talked
certainly.
About balls? Apparently that is a very popular topic for us to discuss here because the
balls
chat
always are
just thrilled with us. Everything from the botter sent some ball emojis. David Glendinning, glad you're here, David. He also sent ball emojis. They were very creative, very sports oriented. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
Casey, sausage balls, don't even get me started. Yes, yes. You can actually put rosemary or thyme into your sausage balls if you actually like to make those. Just saying.
Tiny amounts.
Okay, I think I saw a question from, it may have been Matthew. Someone was asking me about, yes. So Matthew asked about the anti-yeast properties of coconut oil. This is any coconut oil, Matthew. If you have a dog with an ear infection, I don't recommend putting oils into a dog's ear. I don't think that's okay because we wouldn't put them in human ears either. But you might be able to use coconut oil. So like maybe not an essential oil. And I'm not an expert on this, but you may be able to use coconut oil just on the tips of your pet's ear. I was listening to Dr. Rourke and she was saying that oils on the very tips of their ear, if you're using oils on your pet, you want to use an even stronger dilution. So if we haven't talked about this yet, diluting is just taking a carrier oil, something fatty like coconut, avocado, almond, and putting an essential oil with it. So you'll use a little bit more carrier oil than you will essential oil on people when you're putting it on your skin. When you're using it with an animal, you want to do even more dilution on them, especially dogs. So yes, using coconut oil, try that there just with the coconut oil. And then like I know that at least in people, yeast really feeds off of like sugars, so grains and stuff like that. But check with your vet on what they recommend for the ear infection. They might just have some drops that are really helpful, but if you're trying to make something at home, maybe look up what helpful anti-yeast property oils you can use. I don't recommend tea tree oil on dogs because there are some breeds that just don't do well with tea tree oil at all. So double check that. But I know that coconut oil has totally got anti-yeast properties to it, and we use it on our kids, especially with diaper rash. All right, then there was some coffee chat. That is super interesting. Bo, any feedback on the coffee chat?
I'm still on balls.
He's still stuck on the balls. That makes sense. Okay.
Is anybody else?
A lot of people wish there was some gifts for the balls section.
We just want all the ball gifts.
All right, dryer. Someone said, oh yeah, actually there is not a dryer sheet option if people do not want balls. I think you're just gonna have to advise them on the balls.
Well, the wool?
Go ahead.
The wool balls are gonna help with your static.
Yeah.
Too. So you could take like a cloth and put essential oils on it, but we want this to work as well as a dryer sheet. I find it works better. So
yeah, and if you also watch the setting on your dryer, a lot of times static is happening because your items in your dryer are over dried, like they've been drying or recycling, you know, some of the dryers have that special like, oh, wrinkle reducer, but it could increase your static electricity in your clothes. So using your dryer balls and then maybe a little less dry time could be really helpful. Also, the dryer balls will speed up the efficiency of your dryer because they're kind of punching your clothes around in the dryer. How many do you want to use, Keri?
I use however many I can find in my laundry room, but I would recommend 6 to 8.
There you go.
Sometimes I use 1. I know where this one is right now. So
well, I would, yeah, and some smelly feet balls.
Yeah.
So that would be really helpful to know too, is when you're making that switch, if you guys have ever used cloth diapers, you know, it might be a little bit more investment at the front end where you could buy $4 of dryer sheets, but you might spend $8 on yarn. Spend the $8 on the yarn because you're never going to have to buy the dryer sheets again.
Right.
So even if you skip a month or whatever, borrow it from your mama, but stop using dryer sheets and just make balls.
Make balls. Yep. Yeah. Cool.
They help soften the fabric. Mandy, they don't help soften the fabric, but that can come down to the water type that you have. So if you put a little splash of vinegar, that can help break down your hard water, especially in the Houston area.
Okay, I'm going to move on to one of my most frequently used DIYs. This one is super, super easy. I use it a lot because I have small humans. It's my carpet powder. So carpet powder I like to use for the child who used to pee on the floor and not tell me.
Okay, so just in case Keri doesn't get unstuck. Here is how we roll with carpet powder.
Kelly, you're stuck. Are you there?
And you were stuck too. Can you hear me now?
No, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Great. All you said was carpet powder, and then there was this beautiful screenshot of you like modeling it like Vanna. Okay. I love it.
I love carpet powder for anytime our carpets get wet or stinky. So this is especially helpful for children who might pee or vomit on the carpet. Pets
are so gross.
So gross. These are all the things I've used it for. Or the kid who just takes a cup of water and just does, and you're like, what? Why?
It makes sense.
Why did we do that? Carpet powder is going to help pull the moisture. So what I'll do is I'll soak up all the moisture and use whatever carpet cleaner I happen to be using. And so soak it up, clean it, and get as much of the moisture out as I can, right? Then I'm going to sprinkle on my carpet powder. It is simply baking soda. It's baking soda. I add whatever essential oils I want to it. I'm going to typically use a citrus oil because citrus oils are cleansing. They're also mood elevating. And if I am using carpet powder, I probably need some mood elevation. And I want it to smell good. I just don't want it to smell gross. So some of my favorite combinations are bergamot and lavender. I really, really like using that. Sometimes if it's a stinkier situation, I will use Purify and Wild Orange. I don't love how Purify smells. So I like to pair it with something I really, really like Wild Orange and lemon, something Wild Orange and lavender, something like that, that just kind of helps round out that Purify smell. And I will just fill my jar about up to here with baking soda. I do 10 to 15 drops of essential oil.
Awesome. Yeah.
Depending on how strong I want it. And I'll show you how I've done the top. So I did the top like I do the top of bug jars. So if you have small children and you make bug jars, this is how we do it. Nail, hammer, and just put some holes in your lid and you have a shaker. Now, keep in mind that when you shake this to mix your oils in, it will come out the top. So I just keep a separate one with it, like a whole one. And I put that on, shake it and mix it up really well. And then I put my shaker lid on. Then I'll sprinkle it all over my carpet liberally. And I let it sit. Typically I let it sit about 24 hours because I want it to soak up all of the moisture.
All that funk.
Yep. So any of the moisture that's left in the carpet from the whatever, it's going to pull that out. That baking soda is going to pull it out. I like to let it dry. Otherwise it can really clog up your vacuum. But once it's all dry, sometimes it takes a day, sometimes it takes 2 days, depending on how deep that moisture has gotten in your carpet. But then once it's dry, I'll just vacuum it right up.
So that jar that you have right now, can you hold it up? Do you leave that amount in there, add oils, and then when you go use it another time, you put more oils in it?
I would probably put more oils in it now because, you can't smell the oils in there. Essential oils, for those of you who use essential oils, they evaporate super quickly because they're a volatile aromatic compound. So those molecules are really, really tiny. They're gonna evaporate very quickly. So when they're in here and they're just sitting out in my laundry room without a cover on it, they're evaporating into the air. So I'll just add whatever I want into it. I'll probably add some more baking soda. This is never enough for the kinds of spills we have.
Yeah. So do you think that's one of like your go-to like daily things that you might use or have on hand is like, man, I'm always ready with some diaper spray, always ready with some, I guess they go hand in hand, the diaper spray and having the deodorizer.
Yeah. Like, and I haven't had to use it in a significant amount of time, but I mean,
bigger.
the kids are a little bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So
that would be great for cars too.
Oh, it's great. John Michael will use this in his car.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you just want your house to smell nice, if you just want your house to smell nice, it's a great way to do it. And you just sprinkle it on your carpet. So add whatever oils you like that make you feel lovely, sprinkle it on your carpet, vacuum it up right away. So then you're not worried about soaking up the moisture. You're just adding freshness to your carpet.
I think that's awesome. Casey Contreras asked, would that powder work for furniture and mattresses?
I've used it on a mattress, yes. I've not used it on furniture. I probably would try it, but keep in mind it's baking soda. So it might leave some white residue on there that might take some time.
Would wear off. Yeah, it would probably wear off after a couple of sits. Right?
Yeah. So
here's a tip about the mattresses. I know some people who make a DIY spray, but the same kind of concept, and they put tea tree oil in it. So you could use it as a powder in your own home. But if you travel a lot, then that same kind of powder that Keri uses, just baking powder or baking soda, and then you could put in the tea tree oil. And that is proven to kill bed bugs. So imagine how great that is if you ever have them in your house, right? But then if you're traveling, that's pretty frequently known wherever you're going into a hotel that there's going to be bed bugs. So you can spray them down and then you're killing them wherever you're staying. What are you going to say?
If you're at a hotel and you don't have Dwight Schrute on hand, do that.
Definitely have. Oh my gosh, now I'm gonna have to go watch that episode.
I just watched it like 2 days ago. It's so good.
Yeah, that's so good.
Okay, do we have time for another?
I think we have time for questions. I also want to know, guys, how we're doing. So this is almost the end. Is there one more? No, this is the end of our April event. No, today is March. This is March. End of March event. So we've been doing this for 4 weeks and we want to know how we're doing. And we want to know what you're interested in. So here's a list of some of the events we've got coming up. We've got Detoxify Your Home, which is by our upline, Kelly Couch. She's an emergency medical physician. She's a PA who's practiced for 10 years in emergency medicine. She has a lot of personal history with this toxic mold syndrome that she's going to share with you about how to address sort of what we're doing, but in a much more specific way. You're going to want to watch out for those weeks that we're doing that chat with Kelly Couch. She's also going to have another class on moms and babies. And if you guys haven't noticed already, we are using this platform of YouTube to help connect you with our team. So Keri is a part of our team. She does not work for us. She's just somebody who loves oils and cares about other people. And she wants to connect them with the best health resources that they can have through doTERRA. So not only do you get us, you get Keri, you get our friend Kelly, you get our friend Stephanie, who's teaching on oils and pets, Mary last week, who taught about oils in the brains and special needs kids. You're going to hear also from our friend Lori, who's Keri's mama. She's going to be teaching about oils and education, and she's been an education professional for how long? Ever?
Like
dawn of time?
I don't, yeah. 38 years.
So we hope that you can see a couple of things here. First, that our team is super fun. And if you want to build a business you love, find people who want to do what you want to do in their own way. So you can join us if you're not already working with someone. If you are working with someone, know that the culture of doTERRA is different than anything you're going to see. So when Keri does a team event with our friend Stephanie, who isn't on her team, it's just because they both love the same kind of things and they enjoy working together. And Keri, you've seen like really cool benefits from connecting with other people, right?
Oh, yeah, so many.
Love most?
Sorry, you broke up. What was that? What do I love most?
What are the things you love most? Yeah.
About connecting with other people?
Like maybe different in doTERRA as a like cross line.
Oh, I just, there's not the competition that you might think that there could be. We're all really in this to help people find solutions for their home. We want people feeling better, and we will work together to make that happen. Some of my best friends are people I've met through this business who are cross-lined to me, who aren't on my team. But they're just the most wonderful people, and they become my best friends. They're my people I do life with. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I can't rave about it.
Well, they're raving about you. Mandy and Kat are on here, and they're super pumped about the events that you guys throw. Stephanie, who we've been bragging about, is on here too.
Hi,
These are some of our team members. We've got the Botters on here. They're new, and I'm dying for them to meet you guys in person.
Oh, that was so fun.
Lori's on here. If you guys saw Lori comment, that is Keri's mama, and she is the one who was inundating Keri in the natural ways long before she ever even found essential oils, but she had been rooted and grounded in all of the things.
She was a hipster before being a hipster was cool.
She's so cool. Yeah. So we just want to shout out to you guys. Thank you for being here. But for those of you who are not already on a team and you'd like to work with us, all you have to do is make sure that you click on that link that Bo gave to the giveaway. So it's bettertogetherlife.com/giveaway. And we'll contact you. Just let us know that you want to know more about essential oils as a business, or you want to get oils from us, and we'll help you do that. We've got a couple of promotions. The first is this. If you have not gotten your oils yet, we want to help you do that. So we can do that in one of two ways. The first is you can hear about all of these basic oils that we talked about. The lavender, the frankincense, what else did we talk about? Tea tree oil, peppermint, lemon. All of these oils come in a kit. You can buy them individually, but we highly recommend you take a look at kits. The kits are going to be, think like Costco or Sam's Club, right? It says, and if you guys have been on here, you know a lot about this. But when you're getting your kit, we compare it to Costco or Sam's Club. It's a $35 membership. And then you get wholesale prices for 12 months. You do not have to buy every month. You do not have to have a minimum in order to keep that wholesale price. Wholesale is 25% off of retail, and you own that membership for 12 months. So you get whatever you want, whenever you want it, for the next year. And we highly, highly recommend taking a look at a wholesale membership, because friends don't let friends pay more than they need to on essential oils. So when you're looking at that, look at the kits. They're going to have that $35 membership included in the price, plus an extra bundle discount because it's a kit that's already created. So here are the two that I love. The first one is the Home Essentials Kit. This has our top 10 oils, all the oils that we talked about tonight, with the exception of a few extras in the DIY recipes. Then it's going to have some that help target like a tummy issue that comes up or sore muscles. We've talked about Deep Blue a lot here. It also comes with a diffuser, and the price savings on that actually means the diffuser is free in comparison to pricing them out individually. And then the other one is one that would be Keri's like, hey, I hate to DIY. So you need to get the Natural Solutions Kit. It has clean ingredients in all of your hair care products. It has really good hand soap that doesn't have any of the banned ingredients in it. It also has our favorite DIY that is not a DIY, and this is the Breathe. So this is our Breathe oil for all things respiratory right now in Texas, when all the oak and all of the cedar and all of the things are in bloom and in the air. Then we have all of those top 10 oils plus a few extra, a diffuser, and then something we highly recommend for all of your gut health. So take a look at the Natural Solutions, take a look at the Home Essentials Kit. These are things that we want to give away. We want to give you the opportunity to get, and then we have our giveaway. So I'm going to ask Bo to pull up our numbers. We're going to call you out by your email address, I think, because that's what we're going to have. So listen for your email address, and then we're going to give these two away tonight. So if you're really just dying to know more about how to work from home, make sure you click that on the list, and then Keri or I will contact you in the next couple of days. You are not committing to us by telling us you want to know more about oils or you want to know how to build a business. We just want to give you the information so you make your most informed decision. Our job and our business, we've seen, has grown when we are most like full of authenticity toward you, which is we want you to get the solution that you need. We are not invested in whether you join us or not, but if you do, we're fully committed to you. And we want to make sure that you know when you get your oils in, we're going to do a membership overview where we meet with you one-on-one, kind of like what we're doing right now. But as Keri and I can see each other and talk back and forth, you guys will get to see each other and connect face-to-face, I guess. It's kind of face-to-face. And then as soon as you're there, we're going to plug you into that oil camp that we talked about. You're going to get to be a part of our oil community on Facebook. And then we're going to connect with you one-on-one throughout the time you have your membership. So you're never on an island alone. You really do have people who have been where you are and maybe are now where you want to be. So it's helpful to have somebody come alongside you and walk with you as you figure out kind of how to navigate this oily business here. Like, we don't all know what we're doing right off the top of our head, but as a group, we've really found that we are better together. Yay, K&As, family home.
There's just so much to learn from each other. Like so many people are like, how do you know how to do all these DIYs? I'm like, other people told me.
Yes. And you asked, right? You had people to ask.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How's it coming with our numbers? Bo's got numbers. All right.
You're going to have to do the random one, you think.
Oh, I'll do random. Okay, guys, I'm going to pull up random.org. If you run up
in the comments, I just shared a link for my favorite salve. So we didn't get to that, but I did share a link to my favorite salve that didn't sting my son's skin. I used different essential oils than the ones that are listed. This is off the doTERRA blog. The one that they have listed is for respiratory relief, and I would just add oils for skin. Really, the ones that we talked about earlier in the aloe spray, I would put in there.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm looking for it here, Kara, and I don't see it yet. Oh, wait, there we go. This is the fave recipe. Yes, I think that's awesome. And if you want to know more about oils and skin particularly, this is something that when we first met, Keri and I, this was a real struggle for them. Also, like seasonal issues that were coming up, you know, when the wind blows in and the seasons shift, that was a real serious issue. So if these are specifics that you guys want to know, or you just connect with Keri's heart, we want to connect you with Keri. You will still be on our team. You will still have us as your upline and support. But the people who Keri works with now are going to be very different from the people she's working with in a year. So if you're loving her red lipstick and you're loving her ball stock and you're loving her realness of her kids in the background, while she still shows up and serves other people, even though life is going on around her, know that you cannot be in better hands than with this woman. She is one of my absolute favorite people. Yes, Ashley, you can definitely get Keri's info about skin issues. I'm really excited for you guys all to connect. Okay, are you guys ready for I'm pulling up our random.org winner. Okay, so we have got, let me make sure I've got the right date on here.
25.
Yep. All right, the very first winner is Jennifer. And I don't have your last name, but you're the only Jennifer on here. So Jennifer, you are the winner. Make sure you email us at bettertogetherlife@gmail.com, and we're going to send you TerraShield.
Yay.
Yes, Jennifer. All right, next one. Let's get our next winner in here, guys. Is going to be Mandy. I think that's Mandy Novo, right?
Yes.
All right, Mandy, send me an email. I promise I will be very prompt in this prize giveaway. It is not my strength. I need an assistant, but I'm going to do way better. Bo's going to the mailbox
Kelly
tomorrow.
hates the post office.
It's
She
just like
never goes.
some people really don't like Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. I don't like the post office. And
You don't like the post office. I don't like the post office. Who likes the post office?
Going.
And we have the coolest post office. That's
We
like
do.
the teeny tiny small town post office.
Yay, Mandy.
It's really cool.
It is really cool, but I'm telling you guys, I don't know what happens. There's like a block in me that can't get to the post office. It closes at 4:30. That's inappropriate. I just feel like that's inappropriate. But this is small town Texas. Postophobia. Oh my gosh, plain speaker. Yes. And why have you not been commenting this whole time? Because you are quick-witted. Yes, absolutely. I got to be better at the post office, guys. But Mandy, I actually will get this out to you tomorrow. Make sure you email me tonight, bettertogetherlife@gmail.com, and just type in TerraShield winner or doTERRA winner, whichever it is, and I'll make sure I get it out to you tomorrow. I'm so prepared. It's going to be awesome, mostly because I'm sending both to the post office. Okay. Let's make sure we didn't miss any questions because this is always a little delayed, Kara, so I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. The Botters and Eric Rosendahl say, we've been buying wholesale for years from a good friend of ours. Well, before we found Better Together Life. He said, it's more than worth it if you want to lead a healthier life. Okay, guys, here's why we love the comments, because I couldn't sell you on that and I didn't pay Eric to do it. This is like real life. You know us if you've watched our channel for any length of time. You know what we stand for, and it is not for you to be in the debt machine. And so I don't need you to buy hundreds of dollars of oils. I just need you to find oils that meet your needs. And if you have questions about that, this is what we do. This is what Keri does. She has helped so many people from here to Colorado to California now with total solutions for their household. And it just started with that first step and talking.
Well, and one of my passions is debt-free living. So
Yeah.
Isn't
that cool?
You don't
like our whole team is on board with this. And not because it's easy, but because it's better. It's just better. So yes, we've had our, I love that. Jar ball talk. All right, I've got Jen emailing me, and I've got Mandy emailing me about your winning. That's awesome, guys. Okay, if you got one last chance to leave in the comments something you'd really love to know about when it comes to essential oil classes in the future. We've got scheduled a total of 12, so we've knocked 4 down, and we're going to have week number 5 coming up next week. I think I can tell you guys the topic. Hold on, let me check.
While you're doing that, Kelly, can I tell them how to do one more quick thing? That's
yes,
so
you
easy.
Time?
Can I just do one more?
Yes.
I buy a giant bag of Epsom salt. I like San Francisco Salt Company. These are my bath salts. I keep a scoop in the bathroom. I scoop out about half a cup to a cup. I add whatever oils I'm going to use. Typically it's lavender and frankincense because that's what I leave in the bathroom. And I dump it in the bathtub. And that's how I make bath salts. Just make sure you add it to the Epsom salt first. Don't add the Epsom salt and add the oils on top. You want those oils in the salt first, then add it, and you have a lovely bath. There's your bonus.
One of the like most commonly deficient minerals in people across America. I don't know what the study is outside of the US, but in most Americans, we're almost all deficient in magnesium. So a lot of us will take that like calm drink, but your body actually absorbs it better through the skin. So magnesium oil or the really affordable Epsom salt that Keri just showed you. Do you like that company for a certain reason?
No.
No, the bag is really cute.
That's what I found them years ago, and it was just straight up Epsom salt. Because a lot of the stuff you find, it's like this added or that. I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah, why do you need that extra?
Yep.
Okay, any DIY questions? The botter said skin and hair care. Any DIY? Ooh, here's an easy DIY for hair care. Raise your hand if you love dry shampoo. Every mother should love dry shampoo. If you don't, I'm gonna make you love it right now. So dry shampoo is, I use it all the time this way, and I'm just about to switch to this, so I'm preaching to myself. So dry shampoo is usually in an aerosol spray, super toxic, always perfumed, right? Instead, take arrowroot powder, as much as you'd like, mix in an essential oil that you like, and with a makeup brush that's designated just for your hair powder, you can put your makeup brush in and then get right to the roots and then dab it in. I'll do like a story probably. If you're not following me on Better Together Wife on Instagram, Better Together Wife, start following, and on the stories, I'll show you how we do like a hair powder. So it's just arrowroot powder, and then you tap it on. If you have darker hair like me, so like if you have hair like Keri's end of her hair, then go for it, use the arrowroot powder. If you have hair that's darker, or like Keri's roots, then you can take cocoa powder. Your hair will also smell like chocolate.
I would be so hungry.
Mix it in, and then you can, oh, so yummy.
Oh, that's
so
amazing.
Mix the cocoa powder in with the arrowroot powder, and it'll be a little bit dusty, but remember your oils are going to absorb that. So a little bit of, it doesn't take much more time. It takes, I mean, a few moments more, guys, but these are things that I would totally DIY for sure for hair. And then I only wash my hair, and I use doTERRA's hair products. I only wash it maybe once a week, sometimes like 10 days, depending on how.
I have a great deep conditioner recipe that we actually did in one of our DIY events, and I loved it. It's just 8 tablespoons of coconut oil, 4 tablespoons of olive oil, and then 8 drops of essential oils of your choice. I highly recommend the rosemary, geranium.
Geranium
lavender.
Is so good for hair.
So good. Add those in, and you're going to mix it with a mixer and get it nice and creamy. Then you slather your hair with it and let it sit. This is a deep conditioner. This is not
like a nighttime thing, not like on your way.
Think hair mask, right? So slather your hair with it and then let it sit for, this one says 15 to 20 minutes. I usually about a half hour, I'll let it sit, and then I'll go wash my hair as normal with my doTERRA shampoo and conditioner, and it's really great.
And that just washes it right out? It doesn't leave like anything heavy in there?
I mean, I wash it well. I don't have a lot of hair to wash. So you'd probably, if you have more than I do, you'd probably want to spend some time like really shampooing it.
I'm going to do this.
It's great. It's great.
Okay, I'm going to touch one more thing because I know the ladies are interested in this, the skincare. I don't DIY skincare anymore because I don't need to. I use Virage skincare. And do you like the Virage care?
No, I use the other one. I use the essential.
It's like, no, what is it?
Essential. It's called like
essential skincare line. Yeah. So if you ever see anything listed as anti-aging with another company, I would be wary of that. There's nothing wrong with aging. It's not a problem, guys. Aging is a good thing. Holy cow. Those of you who are on here in your 50s, your 60s, I get it. but I'm telling you, God bless the 30s. They're so much better than the 20s. I love them. But here's the thing. When you see anti-aging in doTERRA, it's a very different concept. And it's taking the word anti-aging and reframing it into what's most appropriate, which is our water, our toxic plumes that are flying over our cities, our pesticides in our food, our inefficient diet in minerals and vitamins cause us to age more quickly than we should be. Does that make sense? So instead of like anti-aging, we're actually giving our body what it needs because it's aging too quickly. Not that we're ending years, but the quality of our skin, our digestive systems, anything that you would read about anti-aging, specifically in the skincare line, is amazing to help restore that youthfulness and appropriate condition in your skin that you should be having at that time. So if that makes sense. I do love Virage. So fancy. I love it. But if you love to DIY, here's the easiest DIY you could ever use. It saves you time and a whole lot of money. It is just coconut oil in the shower. Put a little lavender in it or put some frankincense in it. Mix it on your face. And then when you get out, your face is hyper greasy, super gross feeling. But in 5 minutes, that coconut oil absorbs with the essential oil and your skin is soft. This is a great thing to use, honestly, any time of year. But if you're dealing with dry skin or something else, I would really look into the skincare line with doTERRA because it's just going to be really nourishing. Everett is saying something.
That's also how I bathed my third baby. So I just
with this coconut oil?
I didn't use coconut. I actually used grapeseed. I used a fattier oil, but I just used that, and she didn't do any of the terrible skin things that my other kids did. It was amazing.
That is amazing. So the grapeseed oil was more nourishing, more like a richer, thicker.
And an oil is going to just naturally cleanse the skins because they're teeny tiny babies. They're not crawling over the floor. These are not they don't have dirt on them. Hey, Zeus.
Yeah, that's a cat.
Sorry, the cat was scratching my chair.
Yeah.
I like my chair. So yeah, it just cleansed her skin enough, but kept it nice and moisturized and super gentle. I mean, it made her slippery. You had to be careful with
the
little
slimy, squishy baby
thing. But we never had to do lotion on her. She never did the acne because she was nice and moisturized all the time. It was really an amazing thing. And I would just take a bath with her, the things.
Oh, the so sweet good. Baby things. And now all of us are and my ovaries are closed for business.
Yeah. Mandy brought her 4-week-old to our last.
That's all we need. We just need the other mamas to bring their babies. Yeah, Mandy, I saw that photo and holy guacamole, your baby is beautiful.
You saw that photo on my Instagram. You guys can follow me at where the Muddlings are.
Okay, if you love all things childhood, if you love all things enchanted about motherhood that maybe you're missing in the day-to-day, you must follow Keri. I haven't even talked about her homeschool side of this, but she totally inspires me in everything homeschool, especially to check my gut. But she's actually kind of famous homeschooling. She's quoted on the back of the Homegrown Preschooler. Aren't your kids in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, her kids are in it. She is really good friends with the author, Kathy Lee Eggers, and you will absolutely love all the things that Keri has to share. So she's on podcasts, guys. She is a big, big deal. Yes, Jen Honda, homeschool family would love to chat. Jen, if you are on Instagram, seriously, if you're like me and a year ago you were not on Instagram, get on Instagram, where the Muddlings are.
I'll type it.
Gotta follow Keri and just message her. She's the lover of conversation of all things children and magic and wonder. Okay. Bo said, where did we go from here? How did we get here?
Nobody knows. Why are you still asking these questions?
I don't know. We love this. Get on Instagram, Jen. Because
we were talking about InSync last week, weren't we?
Yes. If you love to homeschool and you want to connect with other moms, I'm telling you, there is a world of wonderful things on Instagram. This is a whole nother conversation. Hey, how many of you guys want to hear a podcast from me and Keri called Homeschool Humor? Like, this would be something we'd put out a couple times a month. This is a totally shameless crowd.
Shameless plug.
Crowdsource. So we just want to know if people would listen to that.
If Kelly and I were drinking and talking about funny homeschool things.
And we'll probably make some balls. Maybe there should just be a show. You know those Buckeyes you can make? That would be a delicious version of that. And then we can make some fireballs. We're really getting the audience here. There's only 22 people on now, Keri. We've chased them away.
We did chase them away talking about our Instagram and homeschooling.
I know. You guys are awesome. Okay, so for the sake of time, I just want to thank you guys all for being here because your time really is valuable. And I know what it's like to have, your whole day going and then something pops on live and you're interested in it. But I hope that we kept your interest long enough. So if we have given you any value, please let us know what you liked about this. Let us know what was great about this, or maybe what was not your favorite thing. We want your feedback because we do these events for you. So come back every Monday night. Yeah, every Monday night here. A little for us. At 8 o'clock Central, we'll be back here next week, and we're talking about, are oils safe for your kids? This is the most frequent question that I get asked. You're going to see probably Keri and Lori and Stephanie all in the comments, but we want to hear from you about what's most important. So I definitely saw somebody was asking about oils in the garden. We will have a lot of information with that for you in the coming weeks. So most of this is booked up. I think I've got some gaps to fill in the end of April and the end of May. So we're going to take really good care of you guys here. Invite your friends. The more people we have on these, the more we can give away. So make sure that you are connecting with people who are caring about the same kind of things as you. And we are going to see you guys back here next week. Thank you for being on. I'm going to close this every week, every time the same way, because I really do believe that it's better together because you are here. So thank you. What you have to bring to the table is uniquely you, and we would not be better together without you. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you next week.